Hello.
Jeff.
Cheetos.
Brakes.
Flaming hot.
Mahogany.
You can't hear my cheesy poofs.
You mentioned the cliffhanger. These would be two separate episodes. So everybody who's listening week to week got left on a cliffhanger, but it's only a week. Went and saw the new Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
It's going to be a year, huh?
Huge cliffhanger. Such a gorgeous, cool movie. Fucking goddamn Cliffy. I was upset.
Like I said,
the first Dune. I'm sorry, go ahead, Mahogany.
I'd much rather have a a well done movie than a rushed movie.
Mhm.
Yeah. I just
Rather
didn't
than
realize.
break it up in two.
I didn't realize it was going to be a big cliffhanger.
I would have loved for there to have been 5 Dark Tower movies that ended in cliffhangers. Every one of
Then
them.
that one shitty
That
one.
shitty, compressed garbage movie.
Yeah.
Hot trash of a movie.
It was pretty bad.
I didn't stand up and scream at the end of Into the Spider-Verse like that guy did at the end of the first Lord of the Rings movie, Fellowship of the Ring.
Like the way Terrence did after Dark Tower on his birthday.
That wasn't a cliffhanger, though. That was just, oh my God, that movie was awful.
True.
It's over. If that shitty movie had ended on a cliffhanger, I don't
never
think-
would have seen the light of day.
I never would have seen a sequel because it was awful.
Yeah, not good.
They're talking about getting Mike Flanagan to do a Dark Tower series for Prom. To the point where even Stephen King tweeted it. And I'm all for it because I believe he's the same guy that did Dr. Sleep, and Dr. Sleep was fucking great.
Yeah, he also did. What else did he do? He's good at adapting King.
Yeah. And he wants to.
He's got the touch, baby. Oh wait, he did those. He did the Castle Rock show. That's what it was.
Oh,
Did he
that
do
was
Castle
good.
Rock?
Castle Rock was good.
I like
think
that.
he was like the guy that made that one too.
Oh.
He
Yeah.
did Midnight Mass.
Yeah, he did some really good Netflix show. I didn't know he did Castle Rock, though.
I just watched the second season of that. It was I actually enjoyed the second season a little more.
He
Really?
did Gerald's
Yeah,
Game.
I liked Annie Wilkes versus fucking basically Cthulhu, versus Mythos shit.
What? Wait a minute.
I don't think he did Castle Rock.
What does Castle Rock come on?
It was on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was involved in that. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe. I see where he did the Haunting of Hill House, which was really good. The Haunting of Bly Manor was okay. Midnight
Gerald
Mass
Gaines.
was really good, except for there was one
That
scene.
fucking scene.
That one scene where they wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Exposition and just fucking existential bullshit.
You know.
Is Midnight Mass on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'll never see it.
Why?
You have to have your own Netflix account tied to your house now.
Oh no, you have to actually pay for a service they're offering. What a
Yeah.
shame.
I'm not gonna buy Netflix.
I'm tired of using my accounts. I've still got your name on almost every streaming service I own because at one point in time you have used it.
I was actually using my brother's this last go round. But I'll happily pick up your Hulu if you're still using
You can't have it.
it.
I keep going like, oh, I'm going to cancel this service to cut down my bill like $10 or $15 a month, and then I go, oh, I can't cancel Peacock because the Twisted Metal show's about to come out, and Peacock had Renfield this month, so I kept it for this month so I could watch Renfield, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll cancel Netflix, and I'm like, no, I still watch Supernatural like once a week. I can't.
I thought they canned that one.
What?
The new Supernatural spinoff.
Oh, not the new one. I tried it. It's not good. I don't like it.
I thought it's already like canceled.
It is. It's like they took an existing storyline and just went, we're just going to use all these names and move it all around and just do something completely different. It's like, why don't you just do a whole new story? Because there's an episode in one of the later seasons called Bitten, and it doesn't feature Sam and Dean much at all. It's all shot first person. These 3 film students, and one of them gets bitten, and is turning into a werewolf, and it's the roommates trying to deal with it and help him and everything. And it's a really cool episode. I'm like, they could have done a whole spinoff of Supernatural, but it would just be like what's
collateral damage of people?
what's the horror show that comes out on FX? The
American Horror
Story.
It could be American Horror Story, but in the world of Supernatural, where every season's just a different, or hell, every episode is something different. Monster of the Week or whatever, with different hunters and different stories. That could have been really cool, I think.
If that's the case, I wanted to see more Sam and Dean cosplayer guys.
yeah.
Or they're like a couple.
They're definitely a couple. Yeah. Or the guy from the guy that also is a hunter and turns into a werewolf in the later season, and he was the new kid, that real geeky looking dude.
Oh yeah. What is that guy's name?
What did you kill, a cheetah? He was a road trip holding up the big panties when he had sex with the very large lady. I forget his name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
He's just skinny and bug-eyed, and he looks weird in every role, but he's kind of a funny guy.
I was worried recently. I was worried. I've been worried for a long time about this. I've been worried I'm a Negroni guy, and yeah, it's a threat if you like gin. Like, you might be a Negroni guy, and thankfully I found out I'm not. It's a relief because Campari is so expensive.
I didn't even know what the fuck you were talking about.
Drink.
That's some snobby alcoholism shit.
Yeah, it's a snobby kind of European drink, and I thought, man, it's got like a classically like famous bitter, like sweet vermouth gin. This sounds like something I might like, and then I bought the stuff to make it. I made it. Not good.
Yeah, like you should have gone somewhere and had them make you one. Save your time, because they're not good.
I tried. I tried at 2 different places, and the waitress just looked at me like I'm a fucking idiot. Like, what you call me? I'm like,
yeah. Like, the reason I tried is because I walked into a place, and there's 2 girls sitting at the bar, and they're like, "What kind of place is this?" They're looking at the happy hour thing, and it's like, $7 Negronis. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And so they asked the bartender, they were like, what is this? And they told him, and he was like, you want to try one? And she was like, I don't know. And he was like, oh, they're really good. So they ordered one, and I was like, I'll get one too. Because, I just watched this whole thing go down. I'm curious. All 3 of us were like, oh, gross. No.
It is it is drinkable, but the first sip is like a punch in the face, and then you can get through it after that. But like,
that's not a good recommendation. It is.
I like straight bourbon. I like stuff that has, a bit of a bite to it, but I couldn't for that. No, I don't like that weird floral, dirty flavor. It hasn't grown on me.
Burnett.
Yeah, anyway, I'll never.
Yeah, that's not something I am. Thank God. I'm not that snotty yet.
To circle back, that kid's name is DJ Qualls.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's his real name, from New Guy. Right? And the first thing Google says, people also ask, does DJ Qualls have a medical condition?
No, he's
and he did. He had cancer. He had cancer at 14, and they say the chemo affected his growth, and that's why he looks the way he looks. So
that is weird.
Yeah, way to overcome your limitations there, DJ Qualls. Big ups to you. Sorry, I picked on your weird bug-eyed face.
Wasn't he? Was that him in that show with Jim Jeffries?
Yes.
On FX. Legit. Yeah, it was really good. Legit. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm. No, he's a great actor.
Yeah, he was really
funny and fun. Seems like a nice person. Follow him on Twitter.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Well, why do you know his name?
Because I don't remember everyone I follow on Twitter. I'm like, oh, it's that guy.
You follow too many people on Twitter. It should be like 15 people at most.
I'm bad about that. I'm like, oh, that guy's cool.
Single-handedly keeping Twitter in business.
I'm not doing that. Actually, I just got off a week suspension in Twitter.
Oh.
somebody,
Bad boy.
somebody with the screen name what is it? Palmetto State Conservative told me I should move away if I wasn't happy here, and I'm like, I was like, why don't you suck my dick, or better yet, go back to Ohio? And and he reported me for it. I don't like being told to go back to Ohio because anybody that like is really into being from South Carolina and is like an upper class white guy, not really from here.
Speaking of people who are really into South Carolina, me and Mahogany were at the gas station yesterday afternoon, and two massive trucks pulled up to get gas at the same time. And I didn't get to hear this, but Mahogany heard them gleefully talking about their trucks to each other.
Oh, it was the cutest thing. Like the guy's like, "Hey, boy, you do that by yourself, or did it come like that?" And the guy's like, "Huh?" I said, "You do it by yourself, or did it come like that?" I was like, "Oh, I did it myself." "Oh man, I just love it. You did this and that." And they kept going, and he was smiling so hard, like turning red. It was like, oh, it was so cute.
She got back in the car, and I couldn't hear them. But she said they're being so cute. I turned around, looked, and saw these two grown, rednecky white guys laughing and red faced at each other. And all I could think was, I think they're about to fuck.
This is meet cute. This is like a straight up movie meet cute.
Yeah.
It was adorable.
You put that toe reach on the front of that thing? Boy, I'm just gonna have to take you in the bathroom and show you what's up.
Brokeback Mountain.
It was like I couldn't stop laughing. Their joy was so infectious. So I was like, I gotta get in the car now quickly, or else they're gonna think I'm laughing at them instead of like with them. No, it was totally with them. It was so cute.
Sure.
I was happy for them.
I'm sure they wouldn't have been offended at all if you would have went, oh, just out loud in that conversation.
That's why I hurried up and got in the car, because it was coming.
Look at that truck bonding.
Because what do you follow all with? Like, oh, you guys get in a room?
Yeah, it's not good after
you
that.
guys look cute together. That's how you get in the
I
fight.
could have got him to pose for a picture, I think. I think so.
Y'all stand up front of your shoulder,
you put your hand on his
They got
hip.
two big white Ford Super Duties or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
One of those trucks that says how badass it is on the back, it'll say Super Duty in big letters.
But the one guy had taken all that stuff off, and that's what the other guy thought was so cool. Is that you've got this giant truck and you don't even have to say all the words about it. Damn.
You just let that big truck speak for itself, don't you? You just let it do all the talking.
Exactly.
They're not compensating, they're peacocking.
I mean, maybe I gotta be honest, with that one truck she talked about pulled in, I noticed. I stopped looking at my phone. I noticed it had a pull to it. I looked at it. I looked at that truck and I was like, you know what? That's a fucking big truck right there.
Tight pants of the auto world.
It's like when a nice ass passes, you look.
Yeah.
It just happens.
You put some truck nuts on the back of that thing yet? No, you should.
Truck nuts. All right.
Raiders of the Lark 2.0 was brought to you by Truck Nuts. A real product. We didn't make this up. You can buy nuts for your truck.
Yep. It's a sad, sad state of the world we live in. Anyway, weirdly, I don't know how many states ban truck nuts, but we're one of them.
Are we really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
You will get fined for having truck nuts. I don't think they enforce it very heavily.
They're enforcing. We also got the South Carolina squat has been outlawed now.
What the fuck is that?
That's where you jack the front of your truck up and not the back, so it points up for some stupid fucking reason.
Why would anybody want that?
It's all over the place down here.
Yeah,
all over the place.
It's a finable offense here now in South Carolina. So hopefully it goes other places, because what ends up happening is your headlights just point directly into other people's faces when you're going down the road.
That's terrible.
Plus, the aliens can find you faster.
Crazy bright headlights anyway.
Yeah.
Haven't they seen a cool Ed Big Daddy Ross like picture of Rat Fink. The big wheels go in the back.
Mm-hmm. Or even it out at least.
Mm-hmm.
At any rate, so yes, Raiders of the Lark 2.0. The world goes dark around you. Whatever's happening in Alexander's lab, while it briefly interrupts you, cannot resist the pull of going back into the simulation. Inside the simulation is a massive, overgrown computer nerd, Lashunta, by the name of Cobrace, who was hired by somebody to hack y'all's brains before you lost your memories. And probably due to his incompetence or lack of planning, caused it all anyway. He claims to have important memories, and you, Grimjack, sees that, yes, he probably does have a great deal of important memories, but he's bothered to encrypt them just in case. And now you're just grasping at some of the memories inside while he is trying to kill you, to keep you away from them, or at least to make you come back to the negotiation table.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
These memories that I've gotten so far, would it be possible later on to go back into the memories and decrypt them afterwards?
Maybe, yes. If you get them out.
Okay. So far I've got 2 memories. One is with the encrypted piece of paper, and then the other one is the listening into Geist and Lashunta's conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys appear back into Cobrace's makeshift throne room here in his mind palace. And let's roll initiative once again.
Before.
After.
All right, 3 befores, 1 after. One of the befores. Who's going first?
Y'all can go ahead.
She said, so I thought she was on it.
I'm just thinking, it's like, I feel like I left with him like pinned down. I got him. Well, at least I slammed him down.
You had knocked him down, yes.
Yeah. So,
Groin stomp?
I just want to I want to try to like pin him down. I want to try to like grapple him up.
All right, go ahead. Give me an attack.
That is a 19.
All right. Let's see. He is unable to defend. You quickly whip around him. Your body lengthens, becomes extendable branches, and basically grows around him as if you were a tree engulfing a discarded piece of metal.
I got you, sucker.
Next.
Relax.
Who goes first?
She's got him pinned.
Well,
Still?
she's got it. Yeah, she's got him pinned. He cannot get up just yet. Without trying, I have to do rolls to get up.
I'm gonna stab him in the face.
Okay, you run up his thighs basically and stab him in the face.
Aha! Oh, maybe 13.
13. I'm gonna give him a penalty. I'm gonna give him disadvantage on defense rolls while he's like this. Oh wow. Yes, you hit him. I rolled a nat 20 and a 3, so you hit him.
How much stamina do I have left? Do I want to double damage my knife? I do. Spending a stamina.
All right.
To bring that total damage to a whopping 5.
Mhm.
All right. All right, that
Good
down.
damage.
All right,
Yeah,
and,
2d6 below average.
I believe it's you, Grimjacks, right?
Yep. Let's see. Other computers. This would be 33.
33. All right. Yes, you're able to dip back into the memories again. You see, they swirl around you in a dizzying array, and it finally settles on one. This one appears to be a one of Geists. There's no audio, so to speak. It's just Geist looking from a hidden vantage point. He's got a long sniper weapon pointed downward. And you see that he is pointing it down at at you and Rice and Thite. It's the memory adjoining the memory you had of talking to Ryson, only from a different vantage. Geist is looking down, listening in, pointing his gun at Ryson. The memory is interrupted briefly by Geist changing his look. His hands do not look like Geist's hands anymore. They look like your hands. Down there, you see Geist talking to Rice and Thite. And then everything goes haywire again. You are shunted out of that memory and into another one. This one of Weepskeep. She was in the before the sim wiped your memory. She used to be smaller. She had not gone through her apotheosis yet. You see her looking at a star map at a planet that you know, because she knows, that is her home. She stops for a moment and begins checking various satellite indices. You see that there is a great deal of still active pollution. There's a lot of environmental problems. Her people have been basically herded onto this planet and have been trying to make it livable for centuries, and they're doing a good job, but it's so slow. They've lost so many. It's been so tough. And then she turns and looks towards the crew. You realize now that you are on the Fool's Gambit. She looks towards the crew who are sitting there just sort of laughing and talking about it. You see Geist there. He's got a wedding ring on, the same one from before. And they're looking down at a pet carrier. You hear him say, "She gave me a cat for the wedding." Everyone's having a good laugh until the cat starts talking. And you only have a sort of a dark feeling kind of come over you, and before you were shunted out of that memory as well. Then things get staticky. You're back to the neutral point where you're continuing your search. Now it's Cobrace's go. Cobrace lets out a yell of frustration and attempts to burst his bonds, the limbs you've woven around him. Let's see. Give me an opposed strength save.
Who?
Sorry, Weepskeep.
23. Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted.
No, sorry. He's been struggling against your interwoven branches, and he is unable to break free. You hear him scream out, "Delta Protocol, now, dump it all! Fuck you guys! Fuck you!" But it's after you see a lot of lights begin going on. Your go, Geist.
I'll run up to him and dump my last poison in his face.
Okay. see. Well, you don't have to run up to him. You're still on his shoulder. You never
Oh,
actually
that's
got
right.
knocked off. All right, he is unable to save, so he takes some damage. How much damage does he take?
D6. 3.
3. All right. He begins coughing and hacking, and the whole place sort of racks with his racking cough. The place begins, the statue, the tower, whatever you want to call it, basically heaves when he heaves. And we'll do another initiative round. Go ahead.
Going for
There.
the 1.
Before.
Yeah.
After.
Okay. Who's before us?
Me?
It's you?
Grim.
Oh, and
Grim and
Jeff.
you? All right. So who's going first out of you two?
I'll go.
I'll go.
All right, go ahead.
Go.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to, so this is what I want to do. I want to basically try to grab as many memories and download them as fast as more like a backup. Not really going through them, but just basically grabbing as many as I possibly can and download them so I can sift through them later.
All right. Give me another computer use.
All right, that is a 31.
31. You begin trying to absorb as many of these memories as you can. You connect mentally, physically, spiritually with your own external hardware. You're plugged in, but now you're plugged in a way that you probably shouldn't on a simulation this basic. Everything to you suddenly looks very Polygon, like very Doom 1. as the sophistication of your brain is now trying to process the low res reality that you're in and delving into these hastily stored, very compressed memories, trying to grab as many as you can.
Yep.
And that begins to happen. Meanwhile, your go, Velgro.
I'm gonna keep stabbing him in the face.
Okay.
Probably not with an 8.
No, hold on. He's disadvantaged. You hit. Natural 1.
Aha! His armor goes down more. Has that happened more than 3 times?
It has not yet.
No. Okay. I spend a stamina to do double damage.
Okay.
Got the knife in both hands, and I'm just fucking manically.
Step.
Die already. Oh, I'm so happy I spent that to do 2 damage. Snake eyes. 2d6.
Nice.
Awful.
Dang.
All right, you're
Just
stabbing.
awful.
You're doing a lot of shallow wounds, but
Look,
you're stabbing.
my d20s are on point tonight. My d6s, on the other hand,
Betrayers
they
all.
could be better. I'm gonna switch those out.
All right. I gotta go. Ah, shit, I should have got my new set I ordered off of Temu. The Lashunta continues to try to muscle free of your grip. Go ahead and give me another opposed roll, Weep.
And roll that save.
That is a 9.
He has a 22. You see your branch-like arm shatter as he finally muscles out and stands up. He's like, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
Does he make the
And you-
save?
Hold on, let me see. He does not, so roll that damage.
All right. That is 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay. Let's see. And who was next? You two. You see. Let me do his other thing. Basically, once he gets up out of Whipskeep's grasp, he basically reaches into the ground of the environment around you, and he starts growing very, very glitchy. Your go, guys.
I want to use my last stamina to give myself advantage
All right.
to stab him in the vulnerable jugular vein.
Okay.
A 9 and a 7, so my total would be 13.
9, 7, 13. I'm afraid that will not. Wait, damage?
No, to hit.
Oh, but then I'm afraid that is not a hit.
Yeah, I figured not.
All right, I'm gonna
Oh.
spend a stamina to give myself advantage to hit this guy with my battle axe.
All right.
Let's see, that's a 20.
20 will hit.
Cut him in
Yeah.
half.
Don't you have to roll defense or no?
I did. I rolled.
I got him. Okay, cool. And then I'm also gonna spend a stamina because I haven't been spending any stamina, so I'm gonna spend another stamina for my damage.
Extra crunch. Got it.
That's a total of 10 damage.
10
Nice.
damage. All right. Weeb gets up, grabs her axe, or not gets up, basically pulls her axe from around her back. And basically, when she swings it around over her shoulder, you guys see the Lashunta's head neatly part from his shoulders. A spray of green, glowing blood splashes everywhere around everything. And just like that, you're out of the sim.
Oh.
The sim was basically supporting this guy's life, and it's over. You guys basically, once you're in, you pull out of the gear. Everything is kind of like in disarray around the lab. You see Alexander in one of his larger chairs, just sort of like rubbing his temples. Well, he's talking to someone. I don't know. Oh, thank God they're out. All right. I'll get back to you. Just maintain course. Try not to initiate hostilities, please. We've just got things calmed down. Boop. All right. Guys. You leap up. Wonderful news. Come on up here. Excellent. We're having a great time tonight. You have really spiced up my evening. Come on.
Snatch off the helmet, check my body for the impalement wounds.
No, only one person has a bleeding wound. Jeff, you lose 3 stamina, and you see that you have a slight gash on your arm.
All right. Just another thing I do is I want to try to run antivirus on the downloaded memories
All right.
so that I don't, because I'm concerned that he was trying to infect my mind there at the end. So I'm going to run the highest end antivirus I can possibly on my brain.
A valid concern. Alexander says, did you find what you're looking for? I hope.
We'll have to see.
Well, great. I have a sort of a diplomatic situation I need you guys to maybe sort out before we proceed any further. There is a contingent of underworld goons and attack ships circling my island. Apparently, one of you married a mob princess and then tried to sneak off and then sneak back here. And he's looking pointedly at you guys.
I have no memory of this.
Well, of course you don't. Why would
I
you?
plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
Anyway, I've had her on hold for the last 25 minutes, so he clicks a button. She's all yours. Hey, princess. I found him. And he steps back out of the way. And you see one of the most stunningly beautiful elven women you've ever seen. Technically perfect in every way. In ways even computer enhanced filters could not accomplish. She's like, Erlen, you're alive?
Hi there, sweetie. Look, I know this is going to be a shock to you.
You bet your ass it's a shock.
But as much as it breaks my heart to inform you, I had to do it. I had to flee. Your father was going to murder me.
What?
Just look. How many of your other husbands disappeared under dubious circumstances?
Her face look is like shocked. Go on, she says.
If I did not fake my own death and disappear, my life was in danger. Your happiness was in danger. I did this for us, so that perhaps you could find me again after this all blew over. Maybe when you realize the truth, I couldn't tell you. What person would believe that their father was murdering their husbands?
You see tears begin trickling down her face. Oh, Ferlin.
I am so sorry, my love. But
I'm sorry. I thought you knew I killed those 4 husbands for trying to leave me.
no, Jesus Christ. Who's that?
You son of a bitch, you ran off with 5 million credits.
I wasn't going to leave empty-handed.
You and your stupid crew have embarrassed me in front of the whole planet. The whole system.
Well, I mean, did somebody get that on record?
Never mind.
Oh, it's recording.
you see Nevermind's slide into view again. It's like, yeah, you know what? I fully agree with you, Princess. They do not need to be here on my island. I was totally duped by these swindlers. And I am going to kick them out post haste pronto. You see her flawless sylvan skin is slowly turning more and more red. She's like, Berlin, I am going to find you. And I am going to end you. And the feed cuts out.
Oh, but Ferlin's already dead. And you are a terrible lay.
Turns around. He's like, I still have the audio open. You might not want to.
You put the emphasis on lay. You just lay there. It's awful.
She needs to hear this. She needs to know the truth. This is why people leave her. She needs to be a little bit more reactive.
Are you trying to get my entire cult blown up?
I'm just happy to be me again. Oh, well, that's good. That's out of the way now.
Well, I hope you recorded all that so that you could protect yourself by playing it back if she does do anything against you.
She just admitted to 4 homicides.
Everyone on the planet knows that she did that.
Yeah, well.
But now you have proof. You have actual evidence to take to the court of... Oh, shit, her father probably owns them.
Yeah, you bet your ass he owns the courts. Yeah, he never mind. Brushed his temples again. Listen, friends. I did what I could for you. I did what I could to keep you alive from now on. I need you to get away as quickly as you can so that you may do the thing that I need you to do for me.
Serve the papers.
Serving some papers. And I will explain all that to you. And you hear a loud explosion from overhead.
Elsewhere.
As soon as you get out of this goddamn system, please contact me. I will leave a channel open. Yeah, your robot. I was arranging things with your robot. Back aboard your vessel. Go.
Bye.
Bye.
Auntie.
Huh?
Okay, let's get our shit and let's go.
All right, you guys are ushered upwards and out of the sprawling things. You see, there's a few of the buildings on the compound that are burning, and there's a lot of like support around trying to put fires out. But as soon as you guys get to the bottom of the stairs from the upper area that you originally came down the stairs to go underneath the whole facility on, you are ushered out by a fast car to where your vessel is parked. As soon as you run in, you hear Fanny 56. Hey, boss, I think there's a little bit of a snafu going on.
Yep, Fanny, I think we need to make a track back to our ship as fast as possible, please.
All righty. You feel the engines fire up, and everything begins to accelerate quickly. She's like, we're probably going to take a lot of heavy fire on the way out. Oh gosh, I don't suppose you left anybody on board that can rendezvous with us with the Gambit.
It's a
Actually, I
talking
thought what's her face was there.
No, you brought her along.
Did we? I thought we left Andy on the ship.
I'm pretty sure you brought her along. Because she was
I thought so.
the main contact.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
She's like, well, okay. I can get the cat to do it if he can follow orders. It won't be pretty.
Tell him I'll use one of my abilities to make sure he has tasty treats.
You hear a quick buzz of communication. Yeah, Captain Marcus, what can I do for you? Oh, hey, Fan. Hey, Mark. We need you to guide the ship out and rendezvous with us over the planet. The cat sputters for a moment, and you hear the AI explain to the cat that he has to go to the navigation station and step by step what to do. The cat's like, is this important? Is this just a stunt? Are you guys fucking with me? I've had like 6 beers today.
No, we're good. Just do so, please.
You hear Andy pipe up. All right, docking fees have been paid. The slip is clear. All right, now I need you to press, and she begins to give step-by-step instructions. You see the video feed of the ship rocking back and forth as the cat is painstakingly using paws along the touch pads to slide things along and going, man, I did not mean to scrape that guy's truck. Hey, is this a weapon? Should I not fire this? All right. And I'm just gonna make this a private feed so we can concentrate together. And you see the feed cut out. Andy turns around. I think we're in trouble. My monitoring has been telling me that some more space-worthy fighters, rather than these planetary vessels, are rendezvousing near our docking station, or rendezvousing on the way to get to our docking station. It's going to be pretty obvious that we're making an escape, so everyone's going to probably have to man their posts, and we'll have to fight our way out of the system.
Okay.
All right, and next week, I know this is a short one. Next week,
it can't be over already.
and next week I take the dive, and we actually do a space combat.
Ooh, Jeff.
Maybe I can hold Marcus up, and Princess will be less inclined to murder us, seeing the precious gift that she gave for the wedding. Yeah, it's not going to work.
Since we're ending there, let's have a little at the end banter. Have you ever listened or read to Dungeon Crawler Carl? So it's a book that Max turned me on to, and the premise is that the whole world, every indoor space, these intergalactic television species aliens crush everything that's like inside. If you're inside a house, a car, anything that's enclosed, you become gone. If you were outside, you lived. And then they convert underneath the earth a dungeon of 18 levels. And those who choose to have survived and choose to go through these doors then basically become the TV stars of an intergalactic, very depraved a TV show. And the main guy,
show me what you got.
He was jumping out of his house to his cat went out the window. So he's middle of the night, middle of the winter, was outside in nothing but like a house coat, no pants, no shoes. And this happens. So he goes into the dungeon because it's that or freeze to death. And the reason I ask is because the cat eventually gets an intelligence score from a mutation and becomes Princess Donut. And she's a wizard, and she has a higher intelligence and charisma than he does. So she's the leader of the party because that's how the game mechanics work. It's stupid, and it's so fun to listen to. Like, I get excited when they find loot boxes because I want to hear what weird stuff he's gonna get.
This is very lit RPG kind of thing.
Yeah, it's very like video game, but also the entire planet has been destroyed.
That sounds awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
It's an absurd apocalypse.
It's absurd.
I do love an absurd apocalypse.
On that note, have any of y'all ever heard of Caverns and Creatures by Robert Bevan?
No.
It's obviously a D&D analog, but this group of just Louisiana nerds hire a guy off the internet to run the game for them. They're all assholes. The guy shows up wearing a cloak, so they make fun of him mercilessly. So he uses his magic dice and sends them into the game as their characters. And it's the most absurd shit ever. Like, the orc has a charisma score of 6, -2 for being a half orc. So he just shits himself in his sleep.
Gross.
Like, it's gross, absurd, stupid humor. But it's fun.
I'm for it.
I wish I had a book break.
I was gonna suggest the book to Mahogany, and for a while I was like, I'm definitely gonna tell her about it. But because he goes into the dungeon barefoot, he kills a lot of monsters with his bare feet, and he starts getting bonuses for being barefoot in the dungeon. And an announcer comes up where you get loot boxes, and the one for the feet gets progressively more and more creepier. Like, oh yeah, you just learned the smush skill.
Oh,
You know you like it. And it's just like, oh, and like the guy's like, I don't want to open this. I want shoes. And what's in the loot box? A toe ring. No, I don't want a toe ring. But I was like, she's gonna hate that part of it. Absolutely hate it.
I guess that's after I get through the 9 books of Creatures and Caverns. They're all like 4 hours long.
Yeah, I just needed a Brandon Sanderson break. I re-listened to all 3 of the first Mistborns. I listened to the latest of the new Mistborn, the Wax and Wayne finale, and then I listened to 3 Way of King books.
Oof.
And I was just like, I need a break. And Bad Monkeys was a nice break.
Bad Monkeys.
Bad Monkeys. Mahogany told me about that one. And then Dungeon Crawler Carl's been a nice, like, just stupid fun break.
Well, I'll tell you, if you need a break from Brandon Sanderson, Creatures and Caverns Crit Fails is a really good break because it's not Brandon Sanderson. It's a lot of he said.
Yeah.
So you get that a lot, which is a little annoying.
Mm.
And I think the audio reader didn't really know what he was getting into when he started reading it. So he's got a weird weird inflection on it. I don't know how to describe it, but the way he talks is sometimes as if he's not really reading a book, but more just reciting letters on a page.
Oh man,
that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
The Dungeon Crawler Carl, I normally don't care for an overly produced audiobook, like too many background noises or like just things or different voices. This one, it works. The announcer has its own voice modulation, and the aliens have their own like specific. You can tell that they put some kind of monster sound effect over his voice to make it more creepy. I think it's done just enough, and because it's in the vein of it being a video game, it makes it fit better.
Right.
But there was a the Go Tricks and Felix saga was Warhammer Fantasy novel that I read in high school. I read a bunch of them, just the Giant Slayer all the way up to Demon Slayer, and then so on and so forth. But they had one that came out that was just audio, and this is before I got into Audible, and I found a copy of it that I didn't have to pay for, and I'm glad I didn't pay for it. It was awful. It was like they're in a sewer, and the drips and the footsteps, and just the music's like thundering over the narrator, and the voices were drastically different. And I was like, there's so much going on in this, I can't even pay attention to what the fuck's happening. Awful.
Oh man.
Dungeon Crawler Carl. Okay.
I don't know if you guys got my book rec on Discord, but I'll give it here. I really enjoyed After the Revolution, a novel by Robert Evans. It was a real fun action romp. It's kind of like a near future post-apocalyptic thing. Got some funny characters in it. It's like you can tell Robert Evans loves both the cyberpunk genre, and like he's played a lot of Warhammer, so some of that slips in. Like there's a lot of future tech stuff in there for a novel that takes place about 45 years in the future or whatever. But it's just fun. Like one of the characters, side characters, is called Skullfucker Mike. Like there's like a whole like roving Burning Man city of super soldiers that have kind of given up on fighting for the most part. It's pretty neat. I enjoyed it.
Oh. All right. Well.
Yeah, I'm sorry I cut that one off, but I am completely. I thought the last combat there was going to go a little faster or go a little less fast, have a little bit more, but it's fine. This gives me time to bone up on space combat, a thing that terrifies me to do. So.
Just have fun with it.
If it makes you feel any better, there's almost as much that we have to learn to play it as you have to do to run it.
Well, Jeff's probably a bit more on an actual player page than I am, but
yeah, Jeff built these beautiful PDFs, and if I remember, I'll put them on a link or somewhere maybe so you can see them. If you listen to this.
I don't want it to go to waste. I want to use this shit. I want us to do the space combats that is part of the game, and I want to do part of the game that is the game.
Yeah, I'd appreciate actually getting to play on the ship that I've created. Because I think I spent like a month or two when we played this previously in another game, creating the original ship that this was based off of. And we never had a chance to play it.
Well, we will next Sunday.
I mean, Jeff, it's you built 3 beautiful, like they look like from Paizo PDFs of the Fool's Gambit, the battlements, and there's a PDF of the excursion dropship. What do we call that one though?
Axion.
The Axion. Like, I mean, they look good. Maybe we should charge for this.
Nope.
Oh, we do. If you hear this show early, you've already paid. You'll see these links before anybody else does.
That is true.
If Jeff's cool with me sharing it.
Yeah, we can share it.
Yeah. I mean, the layout's fucking, it's really fucking, it looks good.
It is a fine job.
It's a sellable PDF.
It really is. I've seen worse PDFs sell for more than what we're charging, which is nothing.
Yeah.
Buy my book. Buy my book.
Right. Wow, the critic.
Yeah.
Critic reference.
Kicking it old school.
I hear that critic reference quite often.
It's
Actually,
for
Really?
me, and I'm sorry. I do it like once a month.
no, it's on like other podcasts. Like it's a popular obscure joke. So much that I'm hesitant to call it an obscure joke at this point.
Well,
It's
it depends.
obscure, except for within its niche.
Yeah,
Then
it is
very well known.
obscured by time and audience, I suppose.
Mhm.
I mean, unless you're talking about like this uber popular podcast, something you hear on a podcast is still obscure.
That's true, I guess. Yeah. Like the only podcast I would call mainstream is maybe Joe Rogan, like
Conan
he's still
O'Brien, Mark Maron.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess Mark Maron.
Well, guys, I'm about to piss my britches, so I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight.
He's got that grumpy baby face.
Story, grumpy baby.
Is there a cop outside your window? Why is it flashing blue and red?
He's doing a thing. He's got a lighting.
It's just my lighting. I've got it on strobe because it makes things look more dynamic. Just don't see it when I don't have my lights plugged in.
Yeah.
Doing a dynamic pose, I realize, is not going to do much for this audio format. But
No, it's not.
I know I had a new picture of Leapscape for every environment that they were in.
I saw that.
But it's only for us.
Yeah. That's just for us. You guys don't get to see it.
Secrets.
All right, Tucker, take us home.
If you want to see that kind of stuff, you can sign up on our Patreon and still see most of it. We don't have a tier for this yet, but enough money, you can come game with us, I guess. And then you can see it in person. Just a big one-time fee of, I don't know, throw a number at me. I gave a guy on another show diarrhea for $10. So, I mean, the sky's the limit here.
The wrong guy.
Yeah.
So now 2 of them get diarrhea. That was a $10.
Approachable bar to entry.
So homebrewdetritus.com, and from there you can find links to all of our many other shows, including our Patreon, which is where we're asking for money. All right, thanks. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.